Who the fuck leaves condoms under the bed? My goose was cooked. Better yet, deep fried. I had only seconds to react before Jason discovered me hiding under his bed. As his right hand started to reach over in my direction for his condom box, a loud thumping from his door impeded his search. Jason ignored the knocking at first, but a female voice from outside the door started to yell out to him.
Hey, Jason, open up!
The voice sounded familiar. It sounded like Alyssa.
Jason!
It was Alyssa. I couldn't believe my luck. My guardian angel. Jason then belted out in a horny rage.
Fuck!
He then angrily opened the door.
Alyssa, what the hell do you want? I'm a little busy here.
I, noticed you have a guest that you haven't signed in.
Excuse me?
Did I stutter, Sorrenzio? You're a lady of the evening, needs to be signed into the building. You know the rules.
Oh, come the fuck on, Alyssa. Give me a break here.
Get your asses downstairs, get her signed in, and then you can resume whatever ungodly thing it is you were doing. Now, please.
Fine. Come on, babe, let's go. This'll only take a few minutes.
The two got dressed and promptly left the room. I waited for about a minute and a half until I made my escape out of the building. Alyssa had really saved my ass on that one. I owed her big time and I knew she wasn't going to let me forget it. Several hours later, I texted Carla that I had news about her boyfriend, and asked if she wanted to meet up to talk about it. I suggested we meet at the Pier House, the bar I told her about the night before. It was a nice bar and grill not too far from campus, and it rested right along the boardwalk. It was one of my favorite spots to frequent whenever I needed to let loose a little. Plus, after that close shave, I definitely needed a goddamn drink. Later on at the bar, I indulged myself in a rum and coke, waffle fries, and a hard-boiled egg while I waited for Carla to show up. As the live band started playing their rendition of Kenny G's Songbird, Carla entered the bar. She looked stunning. Her jet black hair was let down and flowed symmetrically down her shoulders. She had on a black hip-hugging dress with a neckline that revealed just the right amount of noticeable cleavage. She topped it off with maroon-colored stiletto boots. A damn sight for sore eyes. When she spotted me at the bar, she gave me a Colgate smile.
Hey, stranger.
Carla, you look nice.
You look nice? That's the best you can do?
You look really nice.
Well, you dug yourself nicely out of that one, Bogart.
I'm sorry, I really do suck at this.
Yeah, you do. I'll let it slide. Just this one time.
Well, thank you. And thank you for meeting me here.
No, thank you. You're right, this place, it's really nice here. Much better than that stupid frat party.
Agreed.
So, detective, you've got news for me. Let me have it.
Yeah, well, there's no delicate way to put this, but it turns out your suspicions were correct. Jason was cheating on you. I caught him red-handed.
You caught him in the act? Like, for real?
For real.
And you're sure about this?
Here, you can listen for yourself. I took out my cell phone and played the audio clip I recorded with Jason and his floozy. Carla sat in silence as she listened to her boyfriend's sordid affair. She looked confused and unsure of how to react.
What, were you, like, hiding in his closet while he was fucking or something?
Don't be ridiculous. I was under his bed. Carla looked away from me and paused for a moment.
Okay, can you turn it off, please?
I couldn't tell if she was just distraught or just angry. She was silent for a solid minute and a half before she took out a cigarette and started to light it.
Fuck. That asshole, that fucking asshole. I mean, like, I knew it, you know? I could sense it, I could freaking feel it in my bones now. Hearing this, it makes it real. It makes it really real.
She coarsely rubbed her hands through her hair as she exhaled smoke. I couldn't help but feel remorseful. It was a bum deal. A beautiful creature like her didn't deserve a rat fink like Jason. I swear if he'd been at the bar that night, I would have... Well, I probably wouldn't have done anything. Probably would have stared him down a bit. I can stare a man down like nobody's business. Anyway, in that moment I tried my best to console her. Look, if there's anything I can do...
Apple dry martini.
I beg your pardon?
What you can do is buy me an apple dry martini with olives in a really, really tall glass, please. I really freaking need one.
Coming right up. It was a weird-ass drink request, but I obliged. Several martinis and about 17 olives later, Carla seemed to be in a better mood. We talked and got to know each other more. Well, she mostly talked and I listened, but I didn't mind. The purr of her voice, coupled with the band's rendition of Sweetest Taboo, was like a serenade to me.
So, detective.
Carla, it's Marcus.
Yeah, but I like calling you that.
Fair enough.
Do you have a girlfriend, detective?
No, I don't actually.
Really? I find that hard to believe.
I just got out of a relationship not too long ago. It was kind of a tough breakup, so I'm a little on my off period right now.
I'm sorry. Did you love her?
Truthfully, I really don't know what love is. But I do know that what I felt for her was probably as close to love as I'm ever likely to get.
Aww.
That's all behind me, though.
Well, her loss. A cool, strapping gentleman like yourself must have lots of women swooning over you.
They definitely are not.
You have, like, the best pickup line ever. Hello, ladies. My name is Beacon, and I've got a deep baritone voice. And by the way, I'm also a private detective. I'll wait as you proceed to drop your wet panties.
I do not sound like that.
You absolutely do. Seriously, though, you know how many girls on campus would jump your bones if you did that? I'm surprised you aren't taking advantage.
I'm just not interested in that sort of thing.
Come on, you're a guy. Of course you're interested in that sort of thing.
Well, not every guy is like your boyfriend, Carla. Carla then grew silent for a moment. Damn it, Beacon, I thought to myself. Said the wrong damn thing. I keep saying the wrong damned thing. She then cracked a smile and playfully punched me on the shoulder.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I suppose it's part of my problem. I always fall for the wrong guy. I'm thinking I should just convert to lesbianism.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think you just haven't met the right guy yet. I'm sure the time will come. My mother always said, the best things in life are always laid right before us.
I'm thinking she might be right, detective. I'm thinking she might be right.
I smiled nervously at her as I decided to close out my tab for the night. I looked at my phone and saw it was nearing 1 a.m. I'd spent almost 3 hours talking with this girl. I enjoyed every moment of it. It was good for me. Therapeutic. Shortly after, I decided to drive Carla back to her dorm on campus, since she was more than a little inebriated. When we got to the door, she decided to invite me in.
So, you want to come in for a bit and keep me company?
Thanks, but it's late. I should be going. I've got class in the morning.
Come on, you showed me a good time tonight. The least I could do is offer you a drink.
Don't you think we've had enough?
Got this bottle of scotch that I've been dying to crack open.
Well, I won't turn down scotch. I knew it was a bad idea. Every natural instinct in my body told me to just turn around and go back to my dorm. She then brought me into her room. It was the polar opposite of Sirencio's. It was clean, well kept. She had a lava lamp on the side of her bed, which gave her room an almost dreamlike illumination. That and the smell. Jasmine incense. I felt like I was in some kind of Asian massage parlor, and the only things missing were Chinese Zen music and Bob Ross paintings.
Welcome to my humble abode.
This was a really bad idea, I kept thinking to myself.
Hey, do you mind getting this for me?
Carla was reaching behind her back, trying to unzip her dress.
Sorry, I'm still a little drunk. I just need to get this off so I can put my PJs on.
Forget the scotch. I'll just help her get to bed and get out of here, I thought. Nothing more, nothing less. I helped her unzip her dress and watched as it slid down her slender but curvaceous frame. By the time it hit the floor, my pulse quickened, as Carla was standing before me almost completely naked. Turns out, she hadn't been wearing a bra. She turned around and gazed at me. I wanted to look the other way, but she had a Medusa-like hold on me. She stood before me wearing nothing but black spiderweb panties and her stiletto boots. She was a damn sight for sore eyes. She started to approach me as she said,
"What's wrong, detective? Cat got your tongue?"
"Carla, Carla's bare skin was pressed against me as she placed her index finger on my lips. She then gently ran her fingers down my arm and then along my abdomen, and then under my shirt. She leaned in and drew her lips close to mine.
"Why can't I get a nice guy like you?"
This was bad, and not the good kind of bad, the bad kind of bad. I couldn't tell if it was the alcohol, the incense, or the blissful taste of her lips, but she was all I wanted in that moment. I hadn't been in these kinds of situations often, so I almost wasn't sure how to react. And no, before you ask, I am not a virgin. I just had not been with a woman like this in some time. But as badly as I wanted her, and I wanted her bad, deep down I knew it was wrong. As you can tell from my overemphasis on the word bad, this was an undesirable situation, albeit with a very desirable woman. Even though her boyfriend was an asshole scumbag, I had no right to covet this woman. Private eye rule number 1 is you never, ever get involved with your clients, no matter what. But, as Bill Clinton once said, fuck that. She pulled me in tighter to take off my shirt. I let her do so as my hands explored her soft L'Oreal smooth skin. She pushed me against her door and then proceeded to aggressively bite my neck and shoulder. She took my hands and guided them down her backside along her thick waist and thighs. As our tongues danced around each other's, she started to unfasten my belt, and then it happened. My fucking conscience kicked into full gear. I firmly pulled her away from me.
"What's wrong?"
"Carla, we can't do this."
"Seriously?
"I'm sorry, but this just doesn't feel right."
You have a ravenous, naked woman throwing herself at you. What doesn't feel right about that?"
"Please, don't make this harder than it needs to be." She smirked as her eyes glanced downwards at me.
No pun intended, right?
"Look, we're both a little drunk, and you're probably more than a little emotional right now. Get some rest. I'll call you tomorrow."
Are you sure?
"It's the right thing to do." Carla sighed in frustration as she moved away.
Well, if it's the right thing to do and all that, you really aren't like most guys, huh, Marcus?
Good night, Carla.
Night, detective.
After I exited her room, I hastened my pace out of her building before I could change my mind. The walk back to my dorm room seemed like an eternity. When I got back, I took a 36-minute cold shower and then went to sleep. A few hours later, I was awakened by the loud vibration of my cell phone. I took a look. It was almost 5 a.m. and there were 4 texts from Melissa. All of them were telling me that something happened at the Rochelle dorm. I made my way over as quick as possible to find a large crowd standing around something. There were police and ambulance everywhere, and then suddenly...
Marcus!
Alyssa emerged from the crowd and ran over to me. She looked terrified. "Alyssa, what's happened?"
That guy! Jason Sorrenzio?
"What about him?"
He's dead!
"What?"